No Davis Schneider tonight. He was really good against the Yankees last series too.
Okay, we are live, I hope. I'm not sure what's going on with the background of my... I have to figure this out. But we do have a wonderful experience today where we're playing or watching someone play, if we can call that a game, the Veilguard from the BioWares. And I heard that was a game and people bought it, or some people bought it, not as much as expected. And we're going to try and get through was it the first hour at least of the game? I don't know.
We'll play it for as long as I don't feel like slitting my wrists.
That's a safe way of doing anything, I imagine. So siraxealot, take it away. The screen is something to do with character creation or modification there, I think.
This is the character creation screen. Like I said, I took the liberty of making the character ahead of time. So this lovely gentleman here, he is a mage.
Oh my god. Holy shit. And he's a Kunari, you were saying before.
He is allegedly a Kunari, yes.
Wow.
So this is a good one. This is something that this is already, I think, a good talking point about this game to set it apart from previous games in this series, is they're telling you your own backstory, right? So compare this to in design philosophy, compare this to Origins, where you pick a character, you pick a race and a class, and it gives you an origin story, and you play the whole origin story, right? You just play it from the beginning, not the beginning, but you play a certain set of your character's backstory. They have a life. You give them a personality through dialogue choices and whatever it is you choose to do during that origin story. And then you get to the part where you end up joining the Grey Wardens. It's like what? How long is that, would you say, for anybody?
Hour or two.
A couple hours of gameplay, right?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Instead, we get this, right? You get to pick. So you pick this. In this game, you pick it by selecting a faction.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
This looks like a retarded version of the Jem'Hadar or something.
Yeah, you're telling me. And not only that, but when you pick the backstory, first of all, it determines your last name, your faction, as opposed to your race or origin, like it was in Origins, right? Because it was whatever race you chose in Inquisition determined your last name. It was whatever you chose your origin determined your family name in Origins, and then in Dragon Age 2, you were just Hawk. But here it's your faction that you belong to. So you've got like the surname here for the Antivan Crows, Deriva. Kunari naming conventions don't work like that.
Next to the sea.
Right? That's like, if you remember, this is not Kunari naming convention. It doesn't make any sense as Kunari name because it's not Kunari, it's Rivani.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one second.
The Kunari.
You were saying that those were tattoos and scars? Like you had both?
Yes, the black is tattoos, the kind of the flesh color discoloration that doesn't belong is scars, because it wouldn't make sense for a Kunari to have scars that color. But,
Okay, so what happened to his nose? Is that a normal nose, or what's going on there?
I adjusted the broken nose slider as far as it could go.
Oh, I thought that's like a game mechanic that like whenever like enemies come around, like it turns to the left.
No.
You mean like the blood splatter in the
Damn.
original games? If you get punched in the face too many times, it is permanent.
Yes.
If it detects
Right.
money, it turns to the right.
And so on top of this, on top of your name being or your faction determining your name, it also determines your backstory. And all of these involve, look at this, right? You're a Mornwatch necromancer. You fought in a war. You led a daring attack and you stopped the war. You saved lives, right? And you get in trouble for it.
Why do they put Civil War in the quotation marks? Like,
Yeah, right. If you're a
looks so fucking
crow,
gay.
if you're a crow, right? A patrol, you're a crow, you're an Antivan crow, the Assassin's Guild that kidnaps children and raises them to be assassins, right?
Okay.
In captivity. Your town is occupied by the Antam, even though the Kunari are not at war with Ravani, they're at war with Savinter Imperium. And so they have no reason to be attacking a town in Ravani. And you attack a patrol and save lives. And you make your superiors mad for it, right? You're in the Lords of Fortune. The Lords of Fortune, the treasure hunters who do land acknowledgments and make sure that they return cultural artifacts to their owners, right? You kill a corrupt Ravani noble to prevent an ancient evil. So this is the pattern here, right? In Dragon Age Origins, you can be a bad person in the Origins, right? You can be really rude and ruthless and evil. Here, all of the backstories in some way, shape, or form involve you saving and helping the innocent and getting in trouble for it, right? So they're already taking this out of your hands. They're already sanitizing your character creation and your ability to choose the way that your character works. This is just a reflection of the design philosophy of this game, and I already hate it.
Well, it's almost like this game was meant to be a hard reboot that got rid of everything from the past.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
very little, apart from who to shagged.
Yeah,
That means this is the beauty of Veilguard. They tried so hard to destroy the past, but all they did was make Veilguard easier to wreck out.
yeah, right.
Okay, Fabio, what are you doing?
But hey, at least the Frostbite engine can display hair textures.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Word the GPU.
It's got me go, oh, look at the M. If you play Dragon, you'll notice it moves in that as well.
Okay.
From a decade ago.
I did not do this. I forgot to determine the vast amount of backstory that you can set, right? So my Inquisitor, what should my Inquisitor be?
Are
you kidding me with this appearance?
This is less options than if you could choose Hawk in Dragon Age 2.
Yeah, Hawk had loads of options to do with everything. This is just gay.
This is max bulk sliders,
Wow.
just so we're clear.
Those traps are fantastic.
Oh my god.
It's like he's wearing pajamas or something. I don't know what he's wearing. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, look at that. He got bigger. Bulking up. All right. The bulge size.
Hey, at least you can. There's a bulge slider, right?
Very important to the male playing there.
Oh, there's only one in.
All right, let's give me some better hair than this.
That looks all right. That was pretty good. That's the one selling point was the hair, or was it the dresses as well, or there's the fabric? I can't remember if it was the hair and the fabric. It was basically what we wanted from an MMO that was advertised, I think, in 2012 regarding Vampire, the Masquerade. Oh,
the game that's not going to have any character customization anymore?
That's Bloodlines, yeah, but I was referring to the canceled MMO.
Oh, okay.
That
gotcha.
They were playing around with fabric and hair, and I was like, hey, this is pretty much what was happening with that project like 10, 14 years ago. So that was the selling point, the hair. And you're like, yeah, the hair looks good. Bravo. You figured out how to do hair well. I don't think cosmetics is really that big a deal with these kinds of games, but because people mod the stuff in anyway. But to have that in physics, to have that in Frostbite, yeah, very technical achievement. That was great. Congrats. You sold us on a little cosmetic thing. And that was the only thing I saw on Twitter. Like, wow, look at the hair. Like, thanks. That's great. One positive.
That's gonna good to accompany you along for those 50 hours that you have to suffer through the story.
Yeah, the dramatic.
Yeah, right.
At least your hair is.
The dramatic head turns. What?
What?
The hair hits you in the eyeballs. You're like, oh.
With a yes haircut.
So I like this style of art they had in the last game with Inquisition. I always enjoyed the cards. Yeah. I thought that was okay. Like that was a good stylistic choice for what they were doing.
I think like the artist is the same as well.
It looks very similar, yeah.
Of course it's the same. They ran out of money.
Hire the previous guy at the same rate.
or maybe this is like something that like they still had from Inquisition.
Yeah.
So probably. Just remember the vast number of decisions in your world state through 3 games that have led up to this one. And these are the choices you get to make. Who's your Inquisitor? Who did your Inquisitor romance? Did you disband or let the Inquisition be brought into the Chantry? And did you say you would stop Solus or save him from himself?
But
that's it. That's the sum total of what you get to set up as the world state from 3 games worth of backstory.
And that was all from the DLC, it sounds like.
Yes, except the romance.
Yeah. Wow.
And the only reason they had the romance thing is because of the elf romance of Solus.
Yes, because if you pick, that's why the default was a female elf. If you make it a female elf who romance Solus, it can possibly change the ending. And that's it. Mm-hmm.
Because this game is, by all definitions, just BioWare's fetishism.
Basically, yeah.
Whole.
I would argue it's... Yeah. They hired whoever they could with the budget they had as quickly as possible because they ran out of time.
Oh, no, I get that, but it's so clearly just fetishism. It's just their fetishism with Dragon Age slapped on top of it. So.
See, I like all this. This is all really cool.
But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin.
I just don't know why Varric is so happy.
I guess the question here is, why do we need a local expert to find Solus in town?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we just need an investigator?
We had this whole build-up from the last game about the Inquisition, and Varric is still around. You're like, okay, Varric, why is Varric always involved? What's going on? Didn't he just lose an entire city? Why is he here now?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Yeah, it makes no sense considering the fact he's Viscount of.
Oh my god.
That's a great
Entrance.
lead.
Yeah, what a great entrance. Hey, hello.
Right? Look at these choices, too.
Say my name.
All right. How do I want to play Rook here?
Oh god.
Well, just play him as the most dickhead person you can possibly do.
Nev Gallus is my only shot.
He does have a turquoise toothbrush mustache.
Turquoise.
Yeah. No, just make him as evil as possible to show how little choice there is.
So you do this even if you're a mage? Like you're this physical genius?
Yes, I'm a mage, remember.
You're fisting up a bunch of guys in a bar. Like, okay.
You're what with a bunch of guys?
Fisting up. I didn't say fisting, I said fisting up.
Well, it looks like he's fisting people. Also, how did he jump that high? He's like 600 pounds.
So, now we have time for another question. Why isn't Varric blonde anymore?
He's older.
Good question.
And why does he have a beard?
Good question. That will never be answered
He's
either.
embraced his dwarven heritage.
And what is that arrow? How is that arrow pinning her to the wall? It doesn't actually look like it hit anything.
Stretching.
She could have easily not that.
That's why
Yeah.
I seconded.
For some reason, that was keeping her pinned there. I was like, you could easily break that.
There was probably an
So why was Varric sat down? Was he literally just... Did he enter, sit down, and wait for the fight to get to a point?
Forehead.
Guys, I think
Or was he
the hair is alive.
I've just woken up from my laboratory. Like, okay.
Why did I only have one dialogue option for that entire fight?
Like all three of these options are just the same.
Nev's location.
It's just you're saying the same thing.
Come on. Harding will be worried. All right. Break's over.
Oh my god.
Well, it doesn't look as stupid as in the trailer, at least.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim. She's
What, Varric or your character?
What, the black guy?
she's got a lead on Solus. I believe.
Yeah. There's no black people in Thedas, we all know this.
They don't exist.
Archon's palace. Something must have
Well,
So also, it's worth remembering, right? This is 10
Whoa.
years after the end of Trespasser. Solus is like, I'm going to go tear down the veil between the waking world and the Fade. And then he just sat on his hands for 10 years. Why? I don't think we ever find out. He just did.
gotten them riled up. Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
yeah, the engine looks good.
Don't
Like,
wanna
nice
look
lighting.
conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop.
Trees
Solus.
look great.
My hair is clipping into my outfit.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Before he starts his big ritual. That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the endless number of demons.
Wow, thank you, Varric. I didn't know what the Fade was 3 games into the series.
Oh, don't. This is the problem with this fucking game series.
Get down.
You have to explain everything
How does
over and...
How does Tevinter have spotlights and PA systems?
It's magic.
Why do we have to help her?
We don't have time to get arrested. it, especially if we...
This would be the kind of thing where in the old games you'd get a choice about it.
No. It's much better if we just like don't do anything about it.
No, in the old games, it'd actually tell you why you should help that person to give you a choice.
Stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go. Awning's this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza, then Nev will get us to Solus. Watch out!
Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're
I
slipping.
don't like this.
Okay, my game is lagging something fierce right now.
I thought it was your mouse sensitivity.
No. See if I can figure out how to stop it chugging so much.
But this game is so dense. Every single frame has so many things going on. Like it just can't render all of these details.
Oh, no wonder it's playing everything on
It's
ultra.
ultra. Okay.
Let's take it down to high for the time being, since right now it's using apparently all of my RAM. See, this is another thing that, you know, what, like, the older games were better optimized than this. Even
Way better.
even Inquisition was better optimized than this.
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me?
Well, that's the thing.
That's a stream, everybody.
All right, have a great night. That's great.
Wow.
That was an experience.
What a fantastic system. What a fantastic game.
I can stream
Jesus.
I can stream most games in 4K without issue.
Veilguard? No.
This game
Like, I
is
just want to make it
an
clear that it's not my computer that's the problem here.
Man, this game
It's the
is
best.
just the worst. It's like 9/11 but worse.
But for your
Are we
soul.
gonna do a 9/11 stream?
Are we just play a bunch of horrible games that are sequels or what some company made
right.
that killed the franchise. Oh, the Threadknot gave us
yeah.
£5. Thank you, sir. You boys having fun with your game about LARPing at D&D at Starbucks?
There are words I could use to describe how I feel about this game so far. I don't know if fun would be among them.
No. The words suicide or horrific death spring to mind. Torture.
All right, we
yes,
changed to
Are you playing
high,
anything for Stream 900?
and now it's only using half my RAM.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it. We probably bring some other people on we haven't had in a while, just for half an hour maybe. I don't know. Could do a few other things.
Awning's this way.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Stable.
Look at this.
Nice and stable. Yeah.
Oh, that it's much better now.
Buttery smooth, 60 frames per second.
Solus summoning demons on purpose?
It looks like crap.
And they're slipping through,
Actually, looks
Are
pretty
they
good.
stealing the women?
Oh,
and the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Why do they just look like insane Easter eggs?
What even is that?
yeah, I don't know. What was it?
This way. It's a
That's why something I never liked about the Inquisition even is that like they started redesigning these demons.
Yeah, they got rid of the Desire Demon because it showed too much booby.
Yeah.
You're safe now.
Replaced them with those
Go as quick as you can, okay?
Despair Demons with little cloaks and everything.
You all right?
That camera, I feel like with that camera angle, it should do one of those like Borderlands splash screens where it's like Scout Harding,
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, there are some bright colors in this
You two, are you okay?
murky world that's somehow well lit.
That's the thing. Is
A lot of,
that's the other part of
purple.
this is the art style in this game is appalling.
Neon green, neon purple, neon blue.
We're good. We need to move.
Oh, in a hurry. You've got to put in a hurry.
Neither can we.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus?
Really? That's the... Oh, my fucking God.
Before we arrived, I paid off the bar owner to keep
Still so nice.
I'm not surprised our detective did
Like, when in Dragon Age 2, if you chose an aggressive thing for, like, Hawk, at least Hawk could...
The bar owner said the
You know what would be really wonderful?
I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge. This is no end
Well-
to my neighborhood. We can try.
Don't worry, scouting's my specialty. Follow me.
Bonk.
That's not really how scouting works.
In a city? Maybe if you're in the countryside. What would you be scouting in a city?
Demon.
Everything's raining. You won't be tracking anything.
Oh, good. Combat basics. This is something else I want to discuss here. So, it's one of those little things, right? In most party-based RPGs like this, when they give you default characters, you'll have you, however you make yourself, right? And then they'll usually give you a balanced out party, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have Varric, who's a ranged character, and then what they probably do as a secondary starter character, they give you a tank, right? Because they're going to assume most players are going to play some form of damage, melee or ranged, right? And so they're going to be like, okay, here's a tank, and here is a ranged DPS. And then you doing whatever it is you chose to do when you built yourself. This game is giving you two rangers.
Yeah, well, look at Dragon Age Origins. Your starting party is do whatever you want to do, and then Morrigan and Alistair.
Right.
Along with
Range damage and a tank.
Dragon Age 2 is you get Varric, then whichever sibling survives. So if you're a mage, you get a warrior, and if you're a warrior or another rogue, you get a mage. The next person you pick up is a warrior. So it spreads it out. Even Inquisition did it, because you have Cassandra, and then you get Solus and Varric. So
Right.
Yeah, you get two.
And
ranged
here they're
fighters.
starting you out with two ranged fighters. What if I was playing on the hardest difficulty, where I now am in in the tutorial fight? You have nobody to soak up damage while you put it out. That's assuming, of course, that the party members will actually do damage, I suppose.
Well,
But
if you were a warrior as well, who's going to be your healer?
right.
So you're a bit stuck. And once you play as a ranged character as well, like an archer, that means you got 3 rogues.
Right.
In one.
Yeah, in Dragon Age 2, Aveline was the tank. You get her really early on. And
Yes.
yeah, Inquisition has Cassandra.
You get her in the first real fight that you can actually lose.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't really lose the fights where the sibling gets killed, because it's just telling you what to do. Right? It's just controls. So
Yeah.
it's again, this is all, it's not a huge thing, but it's one of those little tells about the design philosophy, is that this scene is less set you up with a party and more, do you remember these people?
Yeah. Like, you didn't need Scout Harding here. She could have come in much later.
Yeah.
You didn't need her at all. It's literally just because she's was it Liara's voice actress. They brought her back.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she
also-
could she have come back? Sure.
wanted-
Right. You want
wanted to
at
have sex
least
with her.
some, well, yeah, but you want at least some characters coming back, right? You do. You
Well,
want at
I
least,
didn't- I
you
didn't
want
want none of them.
returning people. I mean, of course, the whole game, the setup, well, yeah, But I mean, the whole setup, of course, makes it seem like the Inquisitor is supposed to really be the main character of this game. But you probably want at least some connecting tissue between games, sure, right? But make Harding not be here. Have it be you and Varric and some guy who's a warrior, right? He's just some guy who came along with you. Maybe you're a mercenary you hired as a bodyguard to escort you through whatever town this is.
Memphis, yeah.
It would have made
Minrathous.
sense.
Which, by the way, we're going to Dumont Plaza. Like, Dumont Plaza, that name is really just you remember Dumont because what's his name talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's one of the old gods. Like, this is the equivalent of going to somewhere in Sweden, and it's like the name. It's like Odin Square. Dumont is one of their gods.
If you chose a mage, you shouldn't be like being an athletic powerhouse in a bar fight. You should be the guy, trying to cast a spell, getting the hell away from it, and then have that guy who's supposed to be the knight character or the tank character, he do the fighting. And he's like, okay, like something to balance it. Like, you have to balance the story and the gameplay in some capacity. And obviously, when you make a party in all these team-based games, you have to balance it. You can't just have like 4 mages or whatever. So, yeah, you gotta plan this out. And because there's only one through line, as opposed to Dragon Age Origins, which had like 3 or 4 for the Origins, you gotta make sure that it's linear and the linearity makes sense. Obviously, if you're writing an entire Origin, you can have full control. But this seems almost like, hey, we're running away from the danger and we got to go do one thing and we don't know how to get there. And if it felt cobbled together, it doesn't act like that. It feels like they're on rails. It feels like this is all expected. And they should be acting scared and we don't know where to go. We don't know what to do. But no, we got to go find Nev.
Right.
Nev's right over there. It's like,
well, and that's the other thing is this is, this city is now suddenly being attacked. The veil between the Fade and the waking world is coming apart, and demons are invading, and they're acting like there's bad traffic on the way to work.
It's a weird setting. It is a very strange, I don't know what you call this anime-like environment where you have floating policemen in a whatever those platforms are.
It's called breaking the law.
I just mean like the attitude that they're all showing, right? That they're treating this like they're treating the fact that the veil is coming apart, like just the way that they're talking to each other, like it's a mild inconvenience to what they're doing.
That was kind of what Inquisition was in part with we didn't know what the tear was, like the big hole in the sky, which got cleaned up in the first act. And then he's like, oh, but there's more? And there's all these tiny tears that you have to close up. And it's like, what's the big problem?
The issue is BioWare can't do end of the world stories anymore because they've spent the last 15 years just copy and pasting Mass Effect 2's story.
They really
where
have.
It's like everything. If you look at every single game just follows that formula.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something you can do, but you forget about it, and it's all about your companions. That's why nothing feels.
Yeah, because Mass Effect 2 was so well received and it sold so well, and everybody, and that's the other thing. What everybody remembers from that game is the companions, right?
Well, when you look at Inquisition, I remember as you go along, you do find companions, and they're some of them are optional to recruit or send off, but it feels like you're just there to get the guy or get the girl.
Yeah,
and then. That's that plot. They're along for the ride. And you're like, why do I have you again? What's the point of you? Whereas Mass Effect 2 is like, we got to build the team. And you're like, why?
Oh, don't. Smart. I've just gone through Mass Effect 2 again.
Oh no.
It's even worse. Like, I'm sat there going, why did I ever enjoy this game? What do they find enjoyable about this game?
Repeat
So
playthroughs of
valid.
that game have dinged my enjoyment of it quite a bit, because that's the thing. I'm one of those people who bought it and I really enjoyed it and I like the characters in it, right? But when you actually think about the plot in relation to the first game, it makes no sense.
You know what the worst thing is I know Dragon Age 2 is my favorite guilty pleasure, but comparing those two games, especially considering the fact they were both made in a similar, around the same time, Dragon Age 2 Companions blows Mass Effect 2 out of the water. Going through it, none of the characters have any interactions outside of their loyalty mission.
Yeah, it was designed to be
matters.
in Dragon Age 2. It was designed to have the 4-party system and all the dynamic conversations. Like they had to plan that all out, every scene, based off your choice of who's in your party.
But the characters would respond to how you did it. They'd say, if you chose something they disagreed with, they'd say something.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm shooting random people, and Garrus is just silent. I'm like, don't you have anything to say, Garrus? And it's like, no, nothing. You're like, oh, okay, cool. You only talk in your recruitment and your loyalty mission.
Yeah, and
I'm like,
whoever you bring along is just to say exactly the same line in their own way. The line is exactly the same in the script, aside from, we'll make Tali be cuter here. We'll make Grunt, and whatever.
You start seeing, when you really go through it, you'll see even the actual animations, the characters copied.
Yeah.
So, in one scene, you'll see Garrus with his hands on his hips, and if you go back and play that same mission, but say with Tali's body morphs to try and copy that dance.
Yeah, they had a major problem with that. Especially, I mean, it's really noticeable when you play male shepherd and then you play again as female shepherd, and it's clear that they're on exactly the same skeleton, right? Because female shepherd moves like a man.
Such a weird way.
Yeah,
and her dress.
The funniest scene where she's sitting with her legs spread in the dress from the Kasumi DLC, and there's just a black void.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
No, but that's the prize, as Taylor would say. No, but yeah, I went through it, and the game is just an empty husk. There's really very little there to even do. You spend most of your time in utter silence. The gameplay is enjoyable, but when you actually stop and take the story into consideration, it was the beginning of the end for that franchise. The problem with Mass Effect 3 starts a lot earlier than the ending. It doesn't even start in Mass Effect 3. You'd be doing a side mission on an uncharted planet, and no one will be saying anything at all. It's just all silence, and you're like, "Wow, great character development."
Yeah, right.
And it's
yeah, you'd think that Mass Effect 2 was laser focused on the suicide mission or whatever was beyond the Omega 4, but no, you could do these N7 missions for reasons that no one cares about, and you're like, oh, okay, do we need money? Do we need resources? What are we doing? We could pillage the entire solar system.
There was one good set of missions where you try and get through to these a virus that's infecting AI, and no one talks about it.
Yeah, I know, and it's too late.
There's nothing.
It's too early to get Legion, and Legion doesn't give a shit. EDI doesn't care.
You just sat there going, why is no one talking? Well, no one even saying, "Oh my god, these robots are killing people."
That should have been one of the major themes: is AI versus human or organics.
Well, they thought it was. They just did a really terrible job at it.
And to give credit to
it's not.
I was going to say to give credit to the one Legion mission where it does make you think, and it does make you go, "Huh, what will happen?"
House divided.
Yeah, that is probably the most talked about. What is it called? Recruitment or Legion? What is it? loyalty mission for Legion?
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most.
That's pretty much.
Makes you think. Makes you go, okay, there's some science fiction going on here. This is a ethical quandary. And then in the third game, it's like, no, it doesn't matter.
That's his only like mission as well. If you actually play it the way it's meant to be played, and get him right in, you get him from the Dead Reaper, do that loyalty mission, and then you're straight through to the Omega 4 relay. You're like, well, what's this character? It's a Geth. I don't know anything apart from a few words with him. It's like all the characters. You get, I think, 2 or 3 interactions. Outside to do a bit of investigating.
The writing with Chris Etoile, like before he left, was like Legion should not be personalized. He should be a complete alien robot. Does not care about anything regarding humans or organics. He's just a machine. And everyone's like, no. We gotta put a cool trailer and put the armor on his shoulder for that trailer shot. You're like, what? No, he wasn't written that way. And that people even write that in blogs nowadays. They say, what? That entire personification of Legion, where we ask him, why'd you do that? And he's like, no data. And you're like, that's it? That's his characterization? No data? You're going to give him this whole this action of finding and hunting Shepard down. We thought it was going to be this cool villain in the story. When we saw the trailer, we were like, oh, this is going to be fun. It's like, nope, he's just there to be your friend and take your armor and put it on his body for no reason.
He's just there so that you can have someone to go through the ventilation shaft.
Well, the bullshit of him having damage, well, there was a hole, so I covered it up with your armor. It's like, you could have used anything to fix yourself, but you hunted down and found and waited just to get my dead carcass armor and put it on your body for some dumb reason and weld it to your body for some reason. It's like, nah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He got that from damage on Eden Prime. It's like, I don't remember leaving N7 armor at Eden Prime.
I'd have to go back and see where he got it. It was the silliest thing to have all this setup where more is going on. It's visual storytelling. Come on, give us something. Nope, I'm a robot again. Okay. And then in the third game, he's a human. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, but that was my point. Re going through it, you started to see, obviously, the Bioware formula is just Mass Effect 2 in every single game. And yeah, that's why nothing ever feels serious anymore.
The writers are gone. I'm not saying all the writers in Mass Effect 2 were bad. It's just there was no unified main writers saying this is what we're doing. You could say there was a lead, but there's no through line. It's all just, here's a guy, here's a mission, here's another guy.
Messing around in space.
Yeah, faffing about. You're just jumping around. You're going, let's go here, let's go there, let's build up the team. It's like the team, you acquire a team to do a goal specifically, and you need specific people. Why you hire this guy as opposed to the 5 other million people in the galaxy? Why do you need Zaid Masani? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's good at fighting. I think he's good at leading. He's a Merc group member, so he knows all about the Mercs. That'd be helpful. Nope, he's just a guy with a gun. There's no difference.
Yeah. Why do I need Kasumi? Why do I need be stealing from the collectors?
There's no there. If it was like every time you got a new guy or a scientist, he'd make something like he'd help you. And then the idea of after the loyalty mission, like Tali would give you shield tech. You're like, what? Why did we get this as soon as you came on board? Why did you hold that? What were you waiting for? What was the whole? Why are you here? There's all this dumb crap to make things and your choices matter. And all these expectations were so high for those 3 years, and we were just like, okay, this is going to be amazing, or it's going to be crap. And sadly, it only it was built like the first few hours of Mass Effect 3. It's getting somewhere. Oh no! You get to the
it's like oh my god. You get to Mars. It's like, well, we've got a Deus Ex Machina. And you're like, oh, early, excellent.
It's like going on a ride. You get to the top of the hill. It's like, wow, this is great. And then you go all the way to the bottom, and it's just there's nothing at the bottom. You just
No,
straight.
it's not. No. There literally is nothing at the bottom. It's just a chasm, and you keep going down.
Like
You crash.
Tuchanka goes up, and then Rannoch goes up, and then that's it. Everything else is flat.
No,
It's-
even to the point. It's even the Mars mission, the very first mission you can
Yeah.
probably get sent on to. It's just head to Mars because we just happen to find these things. It's like
Just-
there's a Reaper invasion going. No, you're lucky. It's fine. Just go there, fight Cerberus. You will be fighting for the rest of the game. Right.
They turn to the Empire, and it's just ridiculous. All this contrivance just to get this. We're fighting the Reaper. Like, can you imagine actually having to fight the Reapers? Like, they would annihilate you in seconds. There would be no need for ground troops. You would not need to turn slaves or whatever, turn them into abominable. Like, there's no reason to do any of this if you're a super genius.
And Kane.
Yeah, you're a super genius AI. It's been around for billions of years. We've done this like all of our life. It's like, what are we going to do? Let's genetically enhance and cybernetically enforce all these lesser ants so they can fight amongst themselves. So we can step on buildings. That's our plan. Like, what? Why would you do? What super intelligence is this? Why would you bother with that? This is not, some alien invasion story from the 70s where you have these stupid squid monsters from space stomping on buildings. Like, but that's what they turned it into. This Buck Rogers bullshit.
Yep.
Maybe we should be playing Mass Effect since we're talking about it.
I know.
I know. Gone but the irony is the only game of the talking to companions and just faffing around that worked was actually Dragon Age 2, because that is the story of faffing around. That is Dragon Age faffing around. But actually, you're meant to just faff around.
Okay. I guess. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've been learning how to do light attacks here for about the last 10 minutes.
All right.
You think you can pull it off?
Here they come.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my god, dude.
That's a mage? Wow.
It's incredible.
Everyone just run. We have no tank. Just run.
Now
great.
this is gameplay.
That's combat right there, baby.
Look at all these jars. Where the hell are they? The middle of them, like just the jar factory?
You can tell the people at Bio.
Why does my mage have a running dash attack? I am a mage.
Well, mages are well known for jumping into like that.
Solar's always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it
What
back.
the fuck even is
But if
this?
his ritual kills us all in the process.
I like the architecture.
Why is this the first time you've had this discussion?
This is the issue. It's because it's new players. You have to explain everything. So us old players just.
Why does Minrathous...
Oh.
I have no idea what just happened. Apparently, when I hit shift, it just turns on like the auto parkour, like in the old Assassin's Creed games.
But you can't just die as many times as you want?
Apparently not. Why does Minrathous have a floating citadel with PA systems and spotlights and artillery?
Yeah, it looks
This
like
is
this donut like
Dragon
spaceship,
Age.
like from Star Wars Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it does.
This
yeah.
is a
It's
fantasy setting.
You can't do that. Shoot her or something.
Shooter or something. The Jedi are getting through.
This is impossible.
Can you dodge?
So I
What
like
can you
how-
do?
Well, of course you can dodge. They've got the Arkham Asylum system of that yellow.
That's
block
combat,
above there.
baby. Wow, thank you, Varric. I wouldn't have noticed it was a barrier without you telling me that. How am I going to get through it? How am I going to get through this barrier, guys? So, You're the
Oh,
Venatori.
no.
You
No,
need to stop
I-
someone from chasing after you. So you put up a magic barrier with a crystal. And if you break the crystal, you break through the barrier. All right? That's you. Where do you put the crystal?
I'd put it in a very easily accessible place so that my enemies could find it.
Which is technically impossible because you're running away from your enemies. So when you put up the barrier, you'd be chopping your arms off if you were to put the crystal in that position.
Yeah.
I
love that it's
proud
like
members of the Venatori, we don't need arms.
and like
for the weak.
And so that's from a story perspective. From a gameplay perspective, there's this barrier that you've set up. I get through it by destroying the crystal powering it, right? Maybe you want to set it up as a puzzle, okay? Look at where the solution is. It's in the middle. It's part of the wall. What is the point?
This is just like going back to Mass Effect. When they swapped the bypass thing to just pressing A and holding it to open up locked doors.
So from a story perspective, it doesn't make sense that they would have barriers that are made out of a crystal that goes right in the middle of the barrier. And from a gameplay perspective, it's not fun or challenging. It's just a momentary inconvenience. So why is it there?
So, I was listening to the guy Varric. I've never played any of these games, the Dragon Age games, so I was surprised. I was like, that voice sounds familiar. I'm like, who is that? So I looked it up on IMDb. The voice of Varric also does the voice of BJ Blazkowicz. in New Order, New Colossus, the Youngblood one. I was like, oh, it's BJ.
Yeah.
Yep. He was also the villain and the writer. He was the writer and played the villain in the A-Team reboot movie with Liam Neeson.
Wow.
He also does the voice of Captain America in the new Marvel Rivals game.
I can see that.
Interesting.
Yep.
I think he played Captain America in one of the Marvel cartoons.
Well, he's got talent. I don't know if his character has been done any justice so far. He's along for the ride because we got to have Varric in all of our games.
Well, he's not going to get much justice.
Hair color change, give him a beard, whatever. It's Varric, sure. Kill off his city, the thing he was in charge of. Yeah, it's just gone. Forget about it.
Don't.
Best friend is gone. All his friends are gone. Sure.
No, the worst thing is in Letters You Get later on, Aveline saves everybody in Kirkwall again. You're like, oh, it'd be nice to see her again, and then you remember that Bioware don't like Aveline anymore because she's a bad representation of woman.
What?
Oh yeah, they don't. Bioware disavow her so much.
They forgot about her, or they just didn't use her at all?
No, they don't. No, her characterization, it's not progressive.
Well, she was a bit of a dunce when it came to romance, but she was hilarious. She was great.
Oh yeah, because she's happily married, a straight woman.
Yeah,
who's actually earned her, position. I don't like her anymore.
Luckily, they brought back Isabella, so there's that. Meryl, who knows?
They brought back a 40-year-old harpy who does barbs.
Yeah, whatever those are. 5. What are they? 10 push-ups, but she says they're 5 or something. I don't know. It's a weird ritual.
I much attention to it. I just realised it was shit, and then did better things like.
We do 5 push-ups as punishment. Wow, you horrible people! You so evil. Gotta punish
Chat's talking about magic. And apparently it has. Sorry, I just noticed this. Yeah, Aveline is one of my favorite characters in DA2, and she has been done horrendously dirty by BioWare. It's really disgusting. Also, Magic not only has cars and spaceships, it also now has Spider-Man. The newest set is a Marvel tie-in.
Oh.
No.
They did Final Fantasy. They did
Yeah.
this weird kind of neon magenta cyberpunk style thing not long ago that makes it look like every other neon magenta post-apocalypse game ever. Also, another thing, why is nobody taking this seriously? Like, for goodness sake, can we do without the chatter? This is a serious situation. A city is being attacked, and everybody's acting like it's the Joss Whedon thing, right? Or Marvel humor, whatever you want to call it, where everybody's got to just quip constantly, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, I think
because yeah, this is not the way people acted in Origins. They treated the situations like they were serious. The world, Ferelden was going to be turned into a wasteland. Like, it was serious.
Even with
do is Dragon Age 2.
Yeah. Even with Morrigan always barbing up with, or I was going to sniping at Alistair and they're fighting back. Like the music, the tone was all very dank and dark and like, oh, foreboding. Like, oh shit, we are screwed. And you were always running around trying to save the day. And the only respite you got was with the camp. And you're like, wow, we could finally chill out and talk. And even then it was like, yeah, we got to get back into it. You know, but
yeah, there was always a sense that the camp was just a lull before something else would happen.
Yeah, the characters knew what they were doing. I thought that even with Ogren, he was like goofing around, but still, he was like, "Oh, I got to go back to Ozamar and deal with the family. I don't want to do that. I'd rather be out here. At least I could die."
And there's a lot of indication that what he's doing is drinking and snarking to deflect from how screwed up his entire life
that
is.
Was the vibe from him. He just wanted to get plastered and just forget about everything. And of course, you had the Antiva Crow, who was like, "Yeah, we could die tomorrow. Who cares? Don't worry about it." Yeah. So
it's called tone. Pacing.
What I always find funny to talk about the characters getting put to one side. You'll notice it's only really the characters that they always class as gay that ever get dragged through numerous installments.
Liliana, they brought back quite a lot. Yeah.
Ogren can get married and have a kid, and he's got to one side.
Or they'll do it like Anders will. They'll just turn him gay.
Yeah, that's true. He's gay because what? He got a ghost inside of him now. Okay, great.
Good old Jennifer Hepler.
Yep.
Who was one of the original people to do the whole, people sent me death threats because I said things, I ruined their thing. Right? Where there was no evidence of actual death threats, but there was a lot of talk about how there was death threats.
Yep.
It was one of the original cases back when DA2 first came out.
Yeah, you'll find that after for all these years on the internet, I find that the people saying they get death threats never have death threats.
Or it's like they'll say they got death threats and then they'll actually send it and it's some burner email and it just says kill yourself.
Yeah, it's always something simple because that's the knee-jerk reaction to these people is like, oh, just buzz off, screw you.
And like, I'm not saying like, yeah, that's rude, but it's not a death threat.
Yeah, it's the knee-jerk reaction. We all have them. If you say something dumb, we're going to call you that. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing serious. And I was a kid once. I did the same. So I probably did that a few years ago too. To some people, I don't know. But it's whenever you react, and that's what I guess Twitter sort of is part, or X is now part of that. You just that natural, quick reaction to news or people's opinions. And if you're a writer, obviously you're going to have differing opinions because that's why you're hired. But when you attack the medium you're making writing for, and saying, "Well, I'd rather just read or see the scenes as opposed to play them," you're like, "Wait a second, you're making video games. You can't say that. That's kind of like, I'd rather just watch the highlight reel instead of the game." Like, wait, no, you watch. Why are you here? Like, why did you buy the ticket? Stop acting like a fake fan.
So, I've noticed, why does your character hold their staff in such a really weird way when it's doing magic?
Who knows?
He holds it like a gun.
It's
It's
ice.
really weird.
It's magic ice.
No, but like he holds his staff in like it's a gun. And it's like, oh wow,
Take
that was
something seriously, please.
This is the logical person.
You see how that ice disappeared from your hand? As like it just popped out of existence.
Also, who designed this
that?
character?
Right, yeah. See, if you have a fake leg, you're going to have a cane, or you're going to have a walker. Just because it's just natural, you're going to do that, guys. If you have a peg leg, or I don't care how magical this is. And I would love, in fact, to have a character who's a detective and takes things slowly, very methodically, walks very carefully, and that's what I thought Nev was going to be. And I haven't played the game, but this is what. Oh, she's a. What's the word that the left's like saying? She's a ableist, or I don't know what the.
Fancy.
What? She's disabled. Or she's special needs. I don't know. All these terms.
Say white person.
Well, if you purposely make a brown-skinned detective person with one leg, I'm like, okay, that's a lot to work with. You can go crazy with that just alone.
Oh, you mean Smud? Like she looks Indian, so like why isn't she shitting on the streets?
That's
am I
not where I was
misinterpreting?
going.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Positive.
I guess it's not gonna be in the stream.
Positive outlooks with characterization.
And what's with the hat?
Yeah, that's another thing.
you.
Yeah. I hope
Like-
to God that's a fashionable thing, like we had with the other black lady in Inquisition.
That looks like a plate you put like a hot.
Oh, I
hot plate,
hated-
Vivienne.
I hated that.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Vivienne.
Vivienne. I hated her.
Hoity-toity attitude.
She was annoying. She was snooty,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to just take it on faith that the height of Orlesian fashion and beauty is a badly
is a bald
dressed
black woman.
bald black woman. Like,
with
Least beautiful thing in the world.
with some kind of hat. I think she wore a hat. Yeah, some weird tiara thing. But yeah,
she wore some kind of headdress.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I don't mind that, but I want to see the argument. I want to see this. Like, you know how Liliana was obsessed with shoes and dresses. It's like, okay, maybe she's a fashionista. Maybe that's part of her culture. Maybe that's a designation that she's a mage in this, or a female mage, or a specialist. I want something to explain this ridiculous looking thing. When you're in a city that has flying policemen in fortresses that are, I mean, it just doesn't quite fit the vibe. It doesn't quite, it feels like you're in some cyberpunk world and she's in like 1920s Victoria, England, kind of.
1912. That was
Yeah.
1912.
Yeah, something around there.
1920 Victorian England. That is the furthest
I don't know.
time period.
I don't know. Something that fashion I could wrap my brain around that's European but not quite modern.
It's like Edwardian stuff, like World War One.
Well,
Yeah, the turn of the century.
yeah, when you think of detectives, you think of bowler hats, like in that time period. not
Like the
fedoras.
1930s.
Something-
You're thinking of Poirot.
well, that's
what you're thinking
the
of.
30s. Yeah, that's the 1930s. Yeah.
Methodical, 1930s sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Um,
want to do your Sherlock Holmes knockoff character like this, he wears, if I recall, he mostly would wear a top hat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know obviously he's always pictured with the deer stalker, but he never actually wore that. And it's not contemporary to the Victorian era.
Right. It's 1800s. Yeah, exactly.
But why would you want characters in Dragon Age dressing like it's the Victorian era?
It's not something you would be waltzing around in, and it's not something you'd be because again, she has a peg leg, so it's like, all right, you have to dress rugged. You have to have you're a detective. You're gonna have your tools with you. You're gonna have your magic staff because you're a maid. You're gonna be kitted out. This hat it doesn't fit.
It's French. That's the thing. That the whole like fascinators, like the one she's wearing, it's really that's what it is, right? It's not really a hat. Fascinators are almost exclusively Parisian, and so it doesn't fit with Tevinter because, as far as I know, Orlais is obviously France. Ferelden is obviously supposed to be counterpart to England, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Freldens are like the Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tevinter, as far as I know, is supposed to be more directly inspired by either Italy or the Byzantines.
It's the Byzantine Empire, but with British accents.
Right.
So
they should not be dressing French, right? Because like Ravane, Kirkwall, the Free Marches, a lot of those are kind of more inspired by like
German. The idea is the German states.
Yeah, the German states and the Italian, like the Italian city states like Venice, Milan, right?
Antiva could be a bit more Spanish, I guess.
Antiva's a lot more directly Spanish, but Ravane specifically.
Ravani and Antiva are based on like that Mediterranean culture.
Yeah. Like Western Mediterranean, Italy, Iberia, right? Northern Africa to an extent. And then Tevinter is supposed to be the Byzantine Empire. And so she should be dressing, the look and feel should be a lot more inspired by Byzantine fashion. And we have records of Byzantine fashion, but she's not dressing like a medieval or even a like 15th century Byzantine. She's dressing like a revolutionary French woman. And it's really out of place.
We've seen what Tevinter fashion's like anyway in the previous
we have.
game. And the thing is, even though it's been 10 years, fashions in these worlds don't change that much, like the real world.
Plus, you want to think about the class structure because this is a very class-based society. Magic houses rule, so there's going to be all this decorum, regalia regarding who has the power.
She's Indian as well, so she should have realized about a class system.
Well, I mean, that's interesting by itself because they talk about all the tattoos that would mark people that are slaves and all this magic control thing. So it's like there's got to be some like you can imagine a writer just going nuts.
Talking about Dragon Age or India here.
Well, yeah,
talking about Dragon Age or India.
Okay, I mean whatever you want to use. You could use the Byzantine. You could use before that as inspiration. But to connect magic and middle age style, dark age style stuff, this is like futuristic, weird stuff. And architecture.
Like, look at this.
Yeah, it's all over. Those lanterns are gigantic. Like that would. What's going on? Is that like a merchant's house? Like what is it?
Oh, in the previous games, you've been able to get like equipment from like ancient times and stuff. It still looks like stuff they used in the present. Yet this game, set only 10 years later, is just completely different. They've advanced 1,000 years in 10 years.
Yeah, like this is supposed to be Minrathous, the capital of the Tevinter Imperium, but you look at a lot of this and I mean it almost looks like it's supposed to be Victorian London with the way that these buildings are constructed.
It's not even that. It honestly looks like you've been transported to a Mass Effect game. Like you're almost on like with that bloody thing floating in the sky.
Yeah.
It's like a spaceship.
We were always joking about how Cyberpunk had the same color scheme as we saw the first few scenes or screens of this. And it's all neons, it's all bright, fluorescent colors.
Thank God that piece of wood's highlighted. Also, I'm a bit disappointed that Neve wasn't called Peggy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's only got one leg, isn't she? Peggy the Private Eye for Peggy leg.
Oh dear.
I think that'll be the pick. Is it? It's Nev, isn't it? Not Neve. Nev. Nev. Yeah, look how he's holding that staff. Why is he holding the staff like that? I mean, does that like power up? It looks like he's holding like a machine gun.
Well, if you must know, Nev means snow in Italian.
And just to kind of reiterate what we were talking about party construction, we are now at 2 rangers and a mage as our 3 characters added as an initial party.
Excellent.
Just climbing. This guy's got acrobatic skills. He could just climb up no problem. He's got upper body strength.
I'm a mage, remember.
Working those biceps with the mage staff. You know, he's swinging that staff every day for 1,000 swings or whatever he does in the morning. Pumping that wood.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Broken chains. Solus is
Oh.
Solus was here, freeing the slaves. Of course he was. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people.
Oh man, this is actually really hit my eyes to look at. Honestly.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Varric, you know what an alluvian is. You can just say what it is.
Yeah. Trying to
Oh wow.
Orb and dagger. Okay.
Honestly, I hope the very next people who will get hold of a Dragon Age IP start the next game with Varric closing a book. It's called Veilguard, and leave this and throwing it in the bin, and then we get the actual story.
It was all a dream. It was all a bad story he wrote when he was drunk and plastered.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then you just see Hawk come in and go, "What the hell is this?"
The last 10 years never happened. That'd be great.
And,
I ran out of toilet paper. Can you give me something? Oh, here's the Veilguard. Ah, fine.
It was,
the last time I killed Corypheus, he's not coming back.
Wow, thank you, Harding. I never would have guessed that pulling the lever that's highlighted opened the door unless you told me.
Is there enough yellow paint in this game?
I know, everything's like, go to all this gold thing.
I like how it told you
like,
to open
please.
the door. It said open. It's like, yeah, that's what you do at doors.
What could this shiny object be?
It's like this is a door. It's like, yes, I know what doors look like. Thanks. This is a door handle. Yes, I know what door handle. Why are you highlighting?
Okay, So why didn't you say that when I brought it up the first time?
I really hate Dragon Age thing of a new hero each game because you get this all the time.
I know these trees. This
Every single time.
forest.
And there's your ritual. The power.
Aren't all Illuvians supposed to be connected to the Illuvian Nexus?
Yeah.
The Crossroads, was it called?
They're not supposed to be direct connections between 2 points.
But that would require you knowing the lore of the last game.
There was like a rebellious elven faction that did their own thing. That would make some sense.
Yeah, but that was Solus, and Solus didn't do that.
Yeah, I know he didn't make the Illuvians. So
Yeah,
who
but
did?
that's the thing. It's like, oh, it was like rebellious elves. It's like, yeah, that was Solus. Solus was the rebels.
He killed them all, or he stopped them all.
Oh no, he put them all in the Veil, and then yeah. I don't-
And then he felt
Made
bad
it
about it
horrible.
because everything sucks. So he wants everything to be back the way it was. You're like, thanks, Stolas. It's
Yeah.
great.
This is not like a Dragon Age game at all. In any way.
Just as a
This feels
reminder, the original Dragon Age was a tactical RPG, real time with pause, and this is a lame action game.
Yeah, it was.
Even Dragon Age 2 Inquisition had tactics.
Yeah, I did, but it wasn't as involved.
Yeah,
as-
it wasn't, but it's more tactical than this.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was the inspiration was from Baldur's Gate because that was their previous fantasy game that wanted to.
Well, wasn't the original conception for DA2 Baldur's Gate 3 until they lost the rights to make D&D games?
Something like that.
I don't think it was. I think in the original conception, Dragon Age was supposed to be a licensed game of some kind.
Really, I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't know.
Well,
And then they had to redo it as their own setting because they lost the rights. Wizards gave the rights for D&D games to another developer.
also, Dragon Age Origins was meant to be a one and done game, as in like no sequels, no nothing. It's meant to just be a really good little D&D campaign you can do, and it made a lot of money. And here we are at Veilguard.
Well, that was after the release of the first Mass Effect, and then Dragon Age came out 2 years later.
Yeah, 2009.
And then everyone loved the idea of saving or porting your data over. And, oh, this is a persistent universe, that sort of thing.
And it ended up being a sleeper hit. I think it was not like, because Mass Effect did gangbusters. I don't know that Dragon Age was ever expected to do as well as it did.
Dragon Age Origins sold 3.2 million copies.
That's more than Mass
Why?
Effect.
Yeah, but I don't think that was. I don't think that was what they expected, because it wasn't from a traditionally like smash hit selling genre.
Yeah, but you have to remember, this is what we sort of expected from Interplay at the time, Black Isle. And it took, well, it was 9 years, I think, in development, but 7? I think it was 7 years, but we had no idea that they were doing this. They never talked about it until all that huge marketing campaign and the E3 demo. So to see BioWare doing that, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because they were doing what was that Kung Fu one again? Jade Empire.
To answer Wisp's question, but why did they give the game the subtitle Origins? It's because they had 6 origins in it. That's the reason. Dragon Age Origins is because you could pick origins of your character.
Yeah, 2
That's
elves and 2
literally it.
dwarves, and then the human noble which was the most popular one, and that's why they made Dragon Age 2.
Yeah.
Which is not the most boring one, but the most straightforward.
Yeah. I think it works for it, to be honest with you.
Also, once again, the design of these demons is just abysmal.
Well, they take the old design and they turn them into skeletons and make them fly around, I think.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh, man. We've been in this for an hour and a half. Jesus fucking Christ. What a terrible, terrible game.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Here's the
Just keep the demons off me while I
cutscene power to the max, just illuminating enemies by looking at them.
Just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option to help him justify changing his mind.
I'm watching that bloody Avowed again. And I'm right wishing there was something in my eyes.
Let me change his mind, this ugly bloke.
He was my friend, Brooke. I gotta try to reach him. But if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
I don't know that I ever really got the sense that Solus and Varric were friends in DAI. Like,
No. Varric literally only Varric was nice to everybody in Inquisition, but he really was like, I really want to go home. If I could have a choice, I'd go home right now.
Oh, he called him his nickname, isn't that nice?
Oh.
Let's buy him some time.
What difficulty is this?
I left it on the default, whatever it is.
Yeah, I remember watching it from a review that like it doesn't really like increase like difficulty. They just like become like
It's
bullet
just-
sponges.
Yeah,
Like
that's
more
what I've
tanky.
seen. It's just numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I like how Scout Harding gets really close to people in cutscenes to shoot her bow and arrow.
People are dying right now. You need
Eric, you can literally just jump and stop him right now.
If you're gonna threaten him with your crossbow, why would you do it from 2 feet away?
people are always dying. It is what they do.
That's Solus's justification for this. People are always dying.
Do you want me to
Okay, I'm on board now.
Well, you convinced me.
how?
See those statues? If we break
Oh, this is the wonderful thing from the demo we saw.
Yeah.
How to knock down a statue? Well, you know.
But what you should do is make sure to push it in the opposite direction, because it'll just fall wherever the plot needs it to.
The way that statues work is they're supported by wooden scaffolding. That's how statues stay up. They're scaffolding.
Has anyone got a better idea?
Need backup. I'm with you.
We don't have like a chisel or a massive hammer or dynamite. No. It's wooden scaffolding.
No. Have you got a better idea? Yeah, you could literally all three of you rush him right
Yeah.
now. He's distracted.
We
Because you're
have,
literally not hiding, having this conversation. You were out in the open.
we have two
Yeah,
mages.
and
Yeah, we have 2 mages, 1 archer, and I guess Varric is just sort of like standing around.
well, Varric doesn't have his crossbow anymore because they made the very wise decision to have Bianca get destroyed. Also,
can I just
can we talk about how Nev's acting is some of the worst I've ever heard in a video game?
Good lord.
It's appalling.
She's pretty much phoning it all in. There's no emotion behind anything.
It's like she's reading it off a page. And also, I would like an answer to the question. So, have any of you ever worked with scaffolding before in any way, shape, or form?
yeah.
From painting or...
Yeah.
It Is scaffolding in your experience, because I've worked with it a few times and I know the answer from my experience. In your experience, is scaffolding usually structural? Does it usually hold things
all
up?
the time. Yeah.
It holds the
Every
people
single
in it. Yeah.
I've seen when they've taken the scaffolding down, the building just collapses.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've seen. Like, I'll put the scaffolding up, we'll paint the wall or whatever it is we're painting on the scaffolding, and then you take it down, the wall just falls over. So
It's why you always let the apprentice take the last bit of scaffolding down, because when the wall falls, it's only killing them.
Well, this is why Canada's government buildings always have scaffolding. Like they're never down. Like there's always scaffolding around the buildings.
It's just holding it up.
It's holding the entire government structure up. Yeah, there's nothing without that scaffolding. The entire parliament would fall apart.
Scaffolding holds the world together.
Yeah.
It's the glue.
That green
it's
roof.
just scaffolding all the way down. Like if you were to go underground under any building, it's just scaffolding.
If you cut the earth in half and opened it up, the molten core is held together by scaffold. And it's just solid wooden scaffolding, keeping the magma together.
And just like in the same way, the scaffolding is keeping up these statues, and if you knock it down, it stops the ritual, just like the whole world would be disrupted. It's a metaphor. This game is actually a lot deeper than we thought.
Excellent. I'm now thinking that Rook is actually saying this.
Just in the middle, like while he's deciding who's going to come with him.
You know, guys, I got all these muscles from painting these sides of walls, and I realized the scaffolding is always there, so we have to get rid of that.
So, guys, listen, if we knock the scaffolding down, because scaffolding keeps everything up, the core, the scaffolding, trust me.
Who should come with me?
The person who can't walk, Nev,
Which
obviously.
of these characters should I romance?
The one with the wooden leg who could barely walk and climb and do all these.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, actually.
Well, you could properly break her as a Canary with your giant penis.
Nev will risk everything to stop Solus. You remember Telltale games and how everybody just makes fun of the whole such and such will remember that?
Yeah.
Why did these guys think it would be a good idea to not only use that, but make it infinitely worse?
Because they're terrible game design. Wow, I'm really invested in this.
I like how the subtitles say Solus and Varric arguing inaudibly. Thanks for that.
It's like you're reading a book. It's like the description is like, stuff is happening off screen.
Wow.
And now the statue is just standing there. Nothing is happening because it's scaffolding.
But you know what's better than scaffolding? Human physical strength. One man can actually push down 3,000 tons of steel and
bear in mind
stone.
If Varric's nothing's happening because you. Also, why are you removing that one? If it's holding the statue up, the statue will fall towards you.
That's all it took.
Yeah. It's falling towards them. What? That's
what does
Why does this stop his ritual?
Yeah, what does he care?
Was this some kind of
how did that happen?
Need a circle to power it or something?
No, look at the angle. Look at the angle it was happening. It was going to his right, right? All the columns were falling to his right. Then all of a sudden on his left, this one column comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Also, why? The statues are falling down. I don't want the statues to be destroyed while I destroy the entire world.
So long, BJ.
I am the villain of this story.
Yeah.
Doesn't Elfman need the magic dagger thing to do stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna say Solus is probably
Yes.
probably like right now. He's like, oh shit, I need that.
Yeah, I kind of. That's my main tool here.
Can you give that back?
Yeah.
Just throw that back up here. I need it.
Oh, this is very embarrassing. Please, could you pass me my magic dagger? I needed to destroy the world.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to let go of that.
Yeah.
Should have had a wrist strap on it.
Where's Varric?
Yeah.
Did someone forget Varric? And these just fall apart for no reason. The statues just feel like collapsing.
Are we actually believing that a dwarf is carrying a canary?
Are we believing that they are just dragging his body away?
Harding does those squats, man. Deadlift squats. She's amazing. Blood! I got stabbed. Wait, no, that was Varric.
You made me bleed my own blood.
I got hit by a rock. Okay.
Well, that's the game, everybody. Dragon Age the Veilguard.
What a setup.
Well, that was something. Well,
Solus wins. Game over.
Statues fall like dominoes, like in a circle, 360, and stop the ritual somehow.
No, this is Patrick.
Like someone said, it's just like his orb in Inquisition. It's like, yeah, Solus isn't very good at keeping his possessions.
You were destroying the veil between the Fade and the waking world.
Yeah, so this is the dream world, I'm assuming, and this is when storytelling sort of loses itself. Even in Origins, it was pretty solid. It was very, okay, you know where you're going, you know what's happening. Whenever you jump to dreams, your story's already messed up, unless there's a lot going on in the dream world. And you have the hard rules of fantasy to ground you into what... Like, you can't just have stuff happening and make the audience go, yeah, this makes sense. Even if you are
Also,
an Origins player.
Solus, by the way, does not abhor the use of blood magic. But in Inquisition, Solus thinks that the taboo against blood magic is not... He doesn't think it's inherently a bad thing.
Yeah.
In all the games, blood magic is always an option.
Yes, until now. You can't be a blood mage in this game.
Dragon Age 2 is the best part example of that. Just the fact you can walk around as a blood mage. Oh my god, we gotta stop the blood mage. It's like, oh shit.
Well, what I liked in Awakening was if you made Anders a blood mage, you got special dialogue because there's one conversation you can have with him where he says he was accused by some Templars of being a blood mage, right? And
now
if you've made him a blood mage, when you have that conversation, you can say to him, "But Anders, you are a blood mage," and he's like, "Well, yeah."
Yeah, I remember that one.
And it was always, this is the thing, like, because blood magic realistically is about as close as you get to an unquestionably evil power in this series, right? But it's always a choice that you can make, and there's always at least an argument that characters can make for why it's, if not necessary or okay, then at least not inherently a bad thing.
Yeah, it was always this last resort sort of extreme scenario. If you need the power, it's right there. You're using your own life force or what have you. So, and it calls demons a bit faster than the regular stuff. So that was the dark side, which is good, which is like this, you have limits. You have this power and then you have this threshold you shouldn't pass. So that's a good thing in the Dark Age or a dark fantasy scenario or setting. And Origins was really good in setting that up with the dreams and how the plot line with Redcliffe's prince, not the prince, the mayor's
Connor.
Well, the son.
Garl's
Whatever you wanna call it.
son.
Yeah.
Oleman.
And that's how you learned about it. You could send a mage into there, and it was great. Like this is like this whole concept of ghost busting essentially, and you go in there and you try to get that demon out of this kid's head. So
you can go in there. You can go in there and kill a kid.
I know it's freaking cool. You can do all these things, and in this it's like, oh yeah, blood magic's bad. You're like, oh, okay. We know.
Not only is blood magic bad, we're changing the opinions of existing characters to say now that blood magic is bad in a way they didn't think before.
Well, it all started actually the change in the views of blood magic with Hawk's character in Inquisition. Like, even if you played Hawk as a blood mage in Dragon Age 2, Inquisition, he hates blood magic. And repeatedly goes on and on and on about it, which is like, oh, right, so we're just changing, that kind of now, are we? And now Solus is like, oh, blood magic's not too bad. Next game, oh, blood magic's terrible. It's like,
and wasn't
right, okay.
the blood mages you were fighting elves in Dragon Age 2? That one quest line?
One of them was Huon. A lot of them are just humans. Crazy.
Yeah,
but again, Kirkwall was the site of a huge, massive blood ritual back in Tevinter.
Yeah,
so.
I always liked how Kirkwall was like this experimental place that was on the cusp of all the dangers of the world, and that's why we were there. And like, all right, that's fine. You can go with that.
Yeah, Tevinter was. There's theories that Kirkwall is where Corypheus reached the Fade the first time. Save sacrifices and everything.
Yeah. Which is another retcon to this game, by the way, where we find out that everything that the Tevinter thought about the Fade and the Golden City was wrong, and it was all just the Ancient Elves the whole time.
The Ancient Elves did everything. That's it. Ancient Elves did everything. Everything bad, Ancient Elves. Ancient Elves created everything, did everything. It's all their fault.
But that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the... Thanks to you, though.
I'll be honest with you, going through this game and seeing what people thought of it, I was expecting a fucking ghost child to turn up and say, just full circle.
Right. Also, something that I'll point out now, right? The blighted elven gods, and he talked about how they use the blight. That's something they did they started doing in this game. They constantly refer to the darkspawn taint as the blight. The blight is what happens when the darkspawn infect the spirit of an old god with the darkspawn taint, and it leads a horde out into the surface. That is a blight. There is no the blight. It is the darkspawn taint.
Yeah, the taint, exactly.
And in this game, they call it the blight the whole time. Also, now it's a physical object for some reason.
Created by the elves.
It's just created by the elves. Well, I think what we find out is the elves fought the Titans from the Descent DLC, and it's their dreams that were cut off from them, and the dreams went crazy, and that's what the blight is. And that's also the darkspawn taint, even though red lyrium, because we find out lyrium is the blood of the Titans, right?
Yeah.
And red lyrium is the blood of the Titans that has been infected by the darkspawn taint, which means it's their blood reunited with their dreams.
But
which makes them insane.
But that was changed in Inquisition, because in Dragon Age 2 it was super poisonous or mind controlling, and in Inquisition it was everywhere. It was just all throughout the environment.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's no overarching plot, and they were just making it up as they went along with Dragon Age.
None of this was your fault. Varric.
No.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt. Varric is... So those things that got out...
They said they were gods. Blighted.
Why would Solus care what Rook's saying?
It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be...
You know, it's kind of weird because Solus has all this power, and in this third game, he gave it away because he was sleeping and not strong enough. Now he's really strong, and he had that magical dagger. Now he lost the dagger. Now he's stuck. It's like he doesn't know what he's doing half the time.
This is one of those situations where a character is only as good as writer. So the writers have no idea about Solus as a very intelligent trickster because they're not intelligent themselves.
Well, they set him up. No, not even set him up. They just named him the villain at the end of the Dragon Age Inquisition. And then they gave him DLC to flesh that out a bit. You know, like,
then tried to subvert to make him not the villain.
I don't know what they're trying to... this scene, I don't know what they're doing.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me.
Spoilers. No, it's not.
Let's call it a draw.
Varric, when we stop the ritual...
You've got this, Rook. World's not flooded with demons right now.
Wow, I'm so glad that had that more.
Varric, even so, I need you to...
Rook, you've got like the time...
Okay, this hair is never... like, it doesn't stop.
Yeah, right.
It's like watching an AI of, like, give me a supermodel hair when they turn their heads. It just never stops.
Don't tell me about my character, please, okay?
Here's our cripple.
Because Nev came with you to stop Solus's ritual, she was injured. Thank you, game. I wouldn't have figured that out by myself if you hadn't told me.
Yeah, I'm expecting the game to go, oh, by the way, Nev's only got one leg.
And now, because of you, she injured her other leg.
And I just want to say, she looks... She doesn't have the fascinator on right now, right? And she looks so much better.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep.
Boy, it's awfully weird that Nev didn't talk to Garrus. Garrus. It's not weird she didn't talk to Garrus. It's really weird she didn't talk to Varric.
Wow.
Explore the lighthouse. Where are we supposed to be right now?
The lighthouse. You know about the lighthouse?
You just get magical like buildings that pop up out of nowhere in Dragon Age. Lighthouses, cities, castles. It's like, you're here now.
Like, remember how there were like missions that established how you got to Skyhold in Inquisition?
You walked in the mountains and sang a song.
In Origins, you get the camp because it's just a basic camp.
Right, it's just a camp.
Yeah, in Dragon Age 2, you eventually get a Hawk estate because you buy it back. You're like, oh, there's a bit of a story for that. Obviously, Skyhold, you sing a jaunty tune while an old man dies. Slow, painful death.
And then you walk. Yeah.
And then you walk for ages to a castle that has no actual entrance. But you get in there anyway. In this one, you just get told you got a lighthouse.
You're just here. You're in the lighthouse.
This exists now.
And it's floating?
What's the world building for that?
Is this the Fade? Like, what is this?
We're in the Fade?
So, and it's
Remember
called,
when it was a huge deal that you accidentally ended up in the Fade in Inquisition?
isn't well, I hope the lighthouse has some magical property to ward off demons, because a lighthouse is not what I want when I'm in a magical hellfire place where creatures of various dispositions can.
The Codex entry did say that that the magic protects you here. But,
Oh, okay, that's good.
like, it was a huge deal that you went to the Fade.
Like the plot of Inquisition. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in Inquisition, it's
What
like
what in the world is this skill tree?
It's they played too much Final Fantasy X and went, well, we could make it a hexagon, you know.
Jesus fucking Christ, this is one of the worst things I've ever had to be put through. Oh.
You're welcome. This is why I wouldn't do it until you were available.
Well, the whole plot of Inquisition is Rufus wants to go to the Fade. You're like, what? That's it?
Right, like the funniest thing is you end up accidentally going to the Fade yourself, and then you send him to the Fade anyway.
After you beat the guy. Yeah, we beat you. Here, want to go to the Fade and achieve your goal? Bye.
Yeah, right. And now we're just here.
Beat him up and break his jaw, and he's sat there in front of you going, oh, no. And you're like, going to the Fade. He's like, oh, okay, I get so.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, we would. I've given him exactly what he wanted.
Yeah. Great story.
Uh-oh. I wonder if Harding will talk about Varric.
How's it going?
You know your friend Varric that you've known for years?
Yeah,
I can't even say a rude thing to her.
Harding, are you?
I don't know. Are you?
Oh, what's there sarcastic? Go on.
Anyway, doesn't matter how I'm doing. What are we gonna do about this mess? We were going to go back through the Alluvion, right?
You know, you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this, and I can't stop. Not now.
Gee, Harding, why did you say you can't stop and not both of you?
Come get me when you're ready to go. All right?
His hair.
What was that fade out there? Because your character didn't turn properly. The animations in this are terrible.
This is hilarious. Those tight pants. This is funny.
Why does it also make him look like he's got a corset on?
Yeah, it's like these tight, shiny pants on.
I know. What in the world is this outfit?
Is it pajamas or is it a running outfit? Like
It honestly makes that outfit Hawk wears in the Hawk state look, you know, snazzy and fashionable.
the maroon
His
top.
little,
Yeah.
The Hugh Hefner
Yeah.
cooking jacket, and you're like, oh, right, okay.
No, you don't grab that ledge. You jump off when I tell you to.
This is safe. Look at these wonderful staircases with no railings.
Oh, that hair. Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure this is an OSHA compliant design for this lighthouse.
I keep thinking Jem'Hadar without the armor. He's just running around without the braids.
I'm just looking at it like I'm watching a man be attacked by a giant octopus every time he turns.
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
No, I
we
don't know
don't.
you.
No. You know me. I met you like yesterday. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see.
I met yesterday when you got beaten up, and then I woke up here. Hi, I'm Globo. What's your name?
I serve the founders.
Globo.
Do you have any Tetracell White on you?
Oh, we've already got a flirt option.
Wow.
Oh, what is the... Go on then. What's the... Wait, hang on.
All right.
You got flirt, stuff like that, but what's on that more?
What is he wearing?
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Are those gauntlets or this shirt?
You're not bad so far.
All right, but I
Take a lot of notes.
which one first impression? First impression was you getting battered.
Before Solus changed the game.
And it's
I guess that helmet she was wearing didn't protect her face.
To hear that, but one step at a time.
okay. So step one is figure.
Right. And the 20.
That's step two.
I can see why Varric brought you on.
We've just got to start.
Oh, good. Nev approves.
Wait, was that the snarky, sarcastic option?
Yes.
That was the funny option. Step
Yes.
one, we figure out what's happening. Okay, then what? Well, that's step two.
Ha ha ha. Funny jokes.
Oh,
We
man.
have fun
You know what,
here.
that was so funny. I've only put 5 bullets into my revolver to play Russian roulette. Oh,
Yeah, the joy of running around Skyhold. That was.
All right. So it said 3 faces need to meet or something.
3 faces. What?
I don't know. There was a note talking about how to get in here. All the things had to be looking at each other.
Oh.
Must be 2 more.
2.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention because
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pay attention.
This note over here. Oh, I don't know where it went.
Oh. There's only 2 faces there. Oh. Has it worked?
Unless they're talking about the dog statue, I suppose. Because I don't see another statue anywhere.
All the statues meant to be facing the dog statue. Awesome.
I guess I can make them all face the statue of the dog.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And really, we don't care. But
I mean, I don't know.
obviously,
Oh, never mind. I can't move these anymore. So I guess it's not that. And I can't jump off there.
you can't move them anymore. Ugh.
Whee!
That was definitely intentional.
James Hurley just put chat. What is a better story, Far Cry 3 or Dragon Age Veilguard? To be honest with you, when my grandma died of cancer, that was a better story than Dragon Age Veilguard. So, oh, has it worked?
It's more emotional, I would think.
Yeah. Oh, Far Cry 3 story is white teenager becomes savior of island people, and then as he get horny, he gets stabbed in the heart and killed.
Wow.
Unless you don't take that ending.
Unless you don't get horny, at which point you don't get stabbed in the heart and killed.
And then he just goes home.
Yeah. With his girlfriend, and then he can be horny with her.
And she probably doesn't stab him in the heart. Unless she does, I guess. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I have now figured it out.
And this is just for a puzzle that's optional?
I have no idea what it's for.
That's the second. 1 more to go.
What? What is he talking? Is it 3 pairs of statues that have to be
Yep.
facing each other, I guess?
Sounds like it.
Oh my. Oh,
Oh, what a game. Let's see. So if that one is up there, that one's got to be up here somewhere, I guess, unless it's not. Oh, there it is. Up. You can face that way. Anybody know what time it is?
Eastern Standard Time, it's 7:10.
Oh. I have something to do at 8, and I haven't had dinner, so I
Yeah.
think I think it's maybe time to wind this down.
All right. That did something.
Oh, it did something. Isn't that great? Did you need to comment on it?
What's that light thing?
I guess I'll follow these little motes of whatever that are going somewhere. Oh, okay. It opened this door to the music room with a piano and a gyroscope.
Oh man.
And yeah, this is exciting stuff. Very rewarding, I would say, for doing that puzzle.
I'm back.
So it's for musicians that don't like keys, and they don't want to lose their
You've
keys.
literally
So they made a series of statuettes, and they spun them around at 90-degree angles.
All right, let's have this team meeting.
So, we stopped the ritual.
Wow,
team?
very emotional.
Where's Varric?
Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks.
Wow, what a team meeting. All 3 of us.
Gone. And we're here.
You know.
Here is. Besides in the fade.
Solus called it the lighthouse.
He did? When?
In my head, Solus showed up while I was out cold to gripe about us breaking his ritual.
He's mad about us destroying his ritual?
I feel like that's maybe not the most important part of that sentence I just said.
Sure, that wasn't just
I'm kind of curious why she's surprised the villain is angry we foiled his plans.
Speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm not in danger. He can only barely reach me. I blame
So again, how did we end up here?
So Solus
Did Solus just put us here? Is that what's
Like I told you, he's an elven god.
is that what's happening? I don't know. I'm trying to follow it, but I'm also incredibly bored.
I don't care about the philosophy. In terms of his power against ours, he's a god.
All right. Well, we've stopped the ritual, and
No,
then
Nev. Being the literal trickster god of the ancient elves makes him a god.
I'm not certain of anything.
Isn't she supposed to be really smart and like deductive and well-read?
Solus, just because he did a little ritual doesn't make him a god. No, he's a god to do the ritual.
He's the god who killed the other or tricked all the other gods.
Yeah.
He's like the devouring. What is it? What did they call him? The wolf or whatever? He's like this.
Fenrir.
Yeah, he's this.
The Dread Wolf.
He's a super powerful creature. Yeah. She's like, yeah, whatever.
Who else is gonna do it?
Unless she's one of those characters that's like super down to earth and doesn't give a shit about mysticism and magic, even though she's a mage.
We need to stop them.
So instead of one god running around, we have
We need to get out there and stop them.
just like that. We're down a man without Varric.
How does Harding know more about ancient elven history than Nev? Who's the smart person in this conversation?
I'll be ready to fight when it's time, but we
Yeah,
can
she's just
investigate, then figure out
living in this magical city of
How many more people will get hurt, get killed?
how many hundreds of years old. Elven gods, whatever.
Yeah, those elven gods, you know, from those elves that the Tevinter crushed when we took over.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with.
So the red is a scar and the black is a tattoo. Is that?
Yes.
Oh my god. It's so stupid.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site.
It looks exactly the same. The color's different.
You okay to go?
It's a headache.
All right then.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
Is there like any music? I know it's low volume, but is there like any like ambient noise?
Not so far.
It's quiet?
You know when the cutscenes are about to fade out, have you noticed how jerky the character animations are? They like pop around and don't look natural.
A little bit.
Yes, I have noticed that.
I'm just like, okay. I'm like,
Like I don't mind the ideas what they're presenting on the screen. It's this setup which is just like there's nothing. Like we're here.
I have no investment in any of these people at all. I honestly do not care about anything that's happening.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're doing a thing. It's like, how did we get here? I don't know. We're here. Okay. It's like, okay, fine. I guess we got the cool thing because.
Yeah, I like how the one,
like
what's her name, Harding, she's just like, oh, I guess I'm here.
Yeah. I'm alive. I got my face kicked in by a rock. Yeah. Whatever. I'm fine.
I don't care about Rook. I don't care about Nev, even though she's got a peg leg. Kind of funny. I don't care about Harding. I don't care about Solus.
Well, I
used to care about Varric.
I wish they gave these characters different personalities. And Varric, we all know Varric. He's the nice guy joking around. Harding has almost no, like she's barely there as in terms of presence, and like even in the last game, she was just barely there. And
yeah, she was. You spoke to her once when you first went to a new area. She gave you a little bit of a tidbit, and then that was it.
Yeah, and Nev just doesn't even care. She's just like, yeah, hi, whatever. Yeah, we're doing stuff, but not.
Yeah, about Nev.
She's not in that sort of condescending, like I don't give a shit. Just like I'm just monotone. Nothing really bothers me. I don't, stuff happens. Whatever. There's nothing.
The thing is, there's other characters that are already been established that could replace Nev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I have nothing against adding new characters. I don't think that's a problem on its own. It's just they're so poorly acted and so boring.
Yeah.
It's not that I can understand adding them in say the second game or even the third game, but when you get into the fourth game and you've got this you've now got this overarching plot to the point where you've got a new main, so you've now got to somehow make the previous villain connect to them, which is already difficult. Then you've got to make these new characters be connected, but then ignore all the old characters who have got connections. And you're like...
Well, let's take Harding. We know her. Build up her character. Why is she here? She's just here. There's no chip on her shoulder. She's got no major plot. She's got no major hang-ups. She's just here. Maybe later in the story we'll find something, I hope. But you got to give me something. With Varric, he's Varric, whatever, it's fine. Nev just doesn't give a shit. Varric should be much more involved, of course, because he's been such central. And yes, he's a secondary character in all the stories. Except for the second game, he's more involved. But it's like, yeah, okay, keep him consistent. That's fine. But you got to give me something. There's got to be someone motivated by something. And all we have are 3 people who just happen to be there, and they have no clue what they want or what they're doing. That's not a setup for a chapter 2. That's a setup for just random. That's just, we can do any of these characters because they don't have a personality yet. Like, we don't know what Nev is, aside from being an investigator. Maybe she has her own office and people look up to her and whatever. She doesn't come across as someone from Tevinter. She's just a person. She could come from anywhere. With Harding, it's like, I don't belong here. I don't know what's going on. It feels that way. But she should have something else going for her because we know her as a character. Like when you first visit or first encounter Caden or Ashley in Mass Effect 2, they get a little cameo for a few minutes. It's not a big deal. But they're really pissed. Like, oh my God, it's Shepard. What the hell? You abandoned us, and now you're working for the enemy. What the like? That's even if that's all it is. There's something going on. With this, it's nothing. There's nothing. Who cares? Who cares about these characters? There's nothing going on.
Solus wanting to destroy the world. I'm like, yeah, we've been through that 1,000 times. Okay.
Yeah,
Who's wrong? Oh, well.
should be-
Yeah, no, so nonchalant, aren't they? Is that what Peter was saying?
Yeah, we need characters who are connected. Like look at Alistair when he loses Duncan. Look at Morgan when she's forced to do this thing, and I gotta go. My mother let me go, but I gotta help you because the world's coming to an end. Okay, and she's sort of sardonic, and that's great.
Even when you get your dog in Origins, however you get your dog, either having it from the human noble Origins or saving it at Ostagar, there's still a connection.
There's a lot. Yeah, the dog was like the R2D2 of Origins. He didn't say much, but you could tell what he was going on, and that was the joke that the dog was smarter than everyone else because he knew what to say, even though he had no words. There was personality and character there. With this, I just they don't know how to set it up, and this could have worked.
It was always going to be difficult to do because the time frame between each game, between Inquisition and this, like you say, most of the writers had gone, and also the fact that BioWare had just plummeted into being just activists, not creators.
Well,
that's the main. They're not creators.
That's
so
after the fourth revision of Joplin or whatever they called it back then, and they just hired whoever they could to finish the job, and they got.
They had to grab Claudia back last minute, didn't they, to record Morrigan just to shove her in.
That was she said I wasn't even in the game, and then like the week later she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the game." What the fuck? Yeah.
So I think it was like, oh yeah, by the way, 6 months later the game's being released. It's like, oh, this was not last minute casting.
Yeah, they got, what was it, Mark Dara? Did he finish it off? I can't recall. Who finished off Veilguard?
They got 2 more people who worked on the suicide mission of Mass Effect 2 who actually write the final mission of this game.
Yeah. He was he was like a consultant because I think he left in 2022, and he started his YouTube channel. I remember that, and then he was an executive though in the previous game, so I was like, all right, he must know something. What's going on? So yeah, it's just they kept changing the people in charge. The creative team kept changing as well, which is you don't do that. Which is the same problem with Bloodlines 2. Which they kept changing. They kicked the 2 guys out who founded the freaking first game. And then they changed the dev team. And I don't know if you guys know anything about Bloodlines 2, but it's just not, there's no reason to call it Bloodlines. The same way this is probably not a game to call Dragon Age. The same way we talked about how Dragon Age 2 should have been called like Kirkwall Knights or something. Like just, it's not on the same.
But it was going to be called Dragon Age Exodus. So,
oh yeah?
yeah, that's
yeah, there's something that should have been going on in Dragon Age 2. Obviously, they rushed that game was rushed, but for what they did, it was pretty amazing that they could accomplish all that.
Did you hear about the early drafts of it where Hawk was actually a werewolf?
Really?
That's why is that blood smear on his face?
That's what that came?
In the design.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah, they stopped. God for that.
Huh.
No, honestly. Yeah, this weird name as well.
Well, the fact that they probably looked at the stats and said, okay, we're using a human noble because that's what everyone plays. Yeah, male and female, that's fine. Everyone's bisexual because we don't have time to figure out, one way or the other. And go. And they just ran with it. Like, okay, we have to reuse assets. We have to do a lot of backtracking.
At least they made I think it was in like 16 months they actually made a Dragon Age game.
Yeah, exactly.
These people had 10 years.
Like, can you imagine if they were given another year just to polish Dragon Age 2, just to clean it up, get some new assets, get some new actors for some scenes.
Didn't who was it was talking about all the cut content from Dragon Age 2? He put up a list on YouTube about what was planned for Dragon Age 2, and people are like, "Oh my god, we'll pay you money if you could have." This is fantastic. This is.
I know that
the city would change.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
Year,
which is awesome.
You'd have more. Carry on, Smudge, yeah.
Yeah, you were right. That was the one thing I remember. The bringing the city, keep building up depending on how you told it what to do, and how I think the Mage Hawk was a cut that he would have had like this demonic possession because they wanted him to gain power.
There was a quest where you'd have to fight against demonic possession because the law is every time a mage goes to sleep, they're at risk of being taken over. Like, they really wanted to put it in, but they ran out of time.
Yeah.
And there's other things, more and more, like Act 3, you've got like more and more quest lines.
Well, they definitely wanted to do the endings with the Templars and the mages. That was definitely a thing they were gonna, like, you choose one, this is what happens. You choose one, another something else. Like, that was obvious, but they never had time to do that. So it's like, okay, they just had the same battle, different dialogue. It's like, well, who cares? So there was all this opportunity, and if they just kept going with it, because the dialogue system was great. The actual I mention this all the time. The redundant choices you make of that dialogue system, the red, blue, or purple, it's fixed in Act 3, and that's how they think of you as, or how Hawk naturally responds in one of those styles. And that's what I like. That sounds like something that the guys from Alpha Protocol would have done. And in certain cases, to certain characters, that's what they did. So those things were great, and that's what BioWare games are. It's about the choices you make in dialogue through the dialogue wheel. And once you accept that, you go, oh, this is the game people want to play. This is why they play Dragon Age, so you could have your friends around you that you've grown to like, because they're likable, and they play off you. And that's why you play any game of Dragon Age 2, whoever is in your party, you're going to get Anders, who's kind of like Hawk in certain ways. You get Varric, who's kind of even more like Hawk. And then you get Isabella, who plays off Varric all the time. And you have Meryl, who's like, I don't know what's going on, but this is fun.
Yeah.
So
you have Fenris, who was being broody.
You get these great characters that are good contrasts, and they work so well. You're like, maybe if I'll bring Meryl with me that next time, she'll have something fun to say, and she does. So
one of the newest interactions I found is because when I got the Sebastian DLC, I don't usually play with him in the party, but if you have Sebastian, Fenris, and Anders in the party in Act 3, Sebastian asked Fenris if they could work together to give Anders to the Templars.
Really?
And like, if we both work together, we could probably get him arrested and everything like that. And Fenris goes, yeah, that'd be a good idea, but he is Hawk's friend, so you've got to talk to Hawk about it.
Yeah, well...
And Sebastian's like, I don't really want to talk to him about it.
That was the thing. He was the choir boy. He was the straight-edged, serious about the church prince dude. And
that's people interacting. That's people having, they live in their separate lives. In Inquisition, they thinned that out and just made everyone friends. And so far with this Veilguard, it's just no one knows each other. We're just here because the plot demands it.
Yeah, they feel thrown together, and they don't feel developed. They don't feel set up right. And they could have been. They could have explained Nev's personality. Why is she the way she is? She feels so not disconnected, but she just doesn't feel like she fits anywhere, to this magical, like she should have been the character, like the same way Vivienne was like, I am Orlais, I know all about the French and blah blah blah. Like, great, you're the prissy bitch that we have to understand to accept whatever happens on the court. Great. With Nev, she should have been very similar in that her personality is very strong, or she's very accepting and open because she's this detective chick who's like, I gotta interact with everyone, I gotta get to know them, I have to be this type B personality who's very open and caring and da da da. And she sort of sounds like that, but there's nothing. Like, think of Leliana. She's a priestess and an assassin originally, and she cares about people. She's very sensitive about the church, and that changes as the story goes on. What they did with her later is kind of weird, but they could have. It was passable, I guess you could argue that she goes that route, but she's still Liliana even when she goes to the court and talking about shoes and dancing and whatever. Like, give us that personality, give us that little things they like to talk about and why, and what's their drive, what's their motivation, what's their fears. You just fought an elven god, and you're like, what? Where are we?
You just fought an elven god, and you're just like, oh, well, he's not a god. It's like, no, he is.
And
we're
of
very
course,
lucky to get.
And of course, that the friendship they had with Varric. Is anyone sad? Is anyone crying? Is anyone contacting the next of kin? But again, you can't do that because that's the mystery. You can't share that. That's the twist coming up. Like, there's stuff in there that they could have worked with really well. And an author or any writer who wants to hide something properly will be very super careful with language. As, okay, how would someone grieving act? And how could we hide that to make it believable? And so that the idea of Varric dying is
It reminds me of that episode of Scrubs where Dr. Cox's brother-in-law dies, and he dies halfway through the episode, and you don't realise till the end of the episode that it's actually just a figment of Dr. Cox's mind, everything. Because the way he interacts with everyone still makes it like he's in the room. Whereas with Varric, no, it's spoilers, but no one cares. No one interacts with him. No one even looks towards him. No one even talks about him. You know what I mean? So it's been done better.
Yeah, no, there's we talk about that the twist in American Psycho. And the twist in, like, I don't know.
Which one? Which twist?
Yeah, I know. It's just, the one I like is when he talks to the real estate chick, and he's like, "Where's the bodies? What are you talking about?" And that whole conversation. That's like masterful. That's fantastic. Compare that to the Last Jedi twist.
I was going to say what?
Like, it's just so like what? That's,
when he's Skywalker's not actually there.
Yeah, like, it's just like, this is not clever.
It's not the same.
It doesn't feel right. I don't even think that's how the Force works anymore. You can't just change things. There's like, he's a battery or something. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. There's things you don't do in writing, and there's so many ways to set this up. I would love to have written a detective character. I love detective fiction. And there's so many quirky, interesting things about detectives. I've been watching all kinds of it's called PBS from Detroit, but it's basically BritBox in North America. So we get all these British stuff. I was watching, I think, Professor T the other day. Quirky guy, wears plastic gloves because he's a little neurotic about germs. And there's all these quirky guys. Like, you could do all kinds of fun stuff with detectives. Make them fun, and nothing.
Honestly, the worst thing is I honestly believe that give me a year, I could have written a better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Any fan.
In fact, just give me 6 months.
Any fan.
I could have.
I wouldn't say fanfic.net, but any fan of Dragon Age who knows the origins could probably do a better job. Like any fan, like I'll pick up anyone, even the goofy, stupid ones. They're like, okay, go crack at it.
I know it's pretty impossible, but I would have merged nearly all three of the heroes together for this one. At least have them all the previous stuff.
Brought back the hero for Eldon, brought back Hawk, brought back... Yeah, the Inquisitor for sure,
yeah. In fact, I probably made the Inquisitor the main character and had those other two as not companions, but like the advisors or stuff.
Yeah, you see, the idea of having again, the Inquisitor, because he doesn't have one arm, or he only has one arm. There are plenty of stories I've read back in the day that had magicians that had like a broken leg or were cut off, or one mind or one arm. I was reminiscing of maybe this is going to be like the Druid of Shannara, where the last guy of an age of mages is still hanging around trying to restore magic, and maybe he's the only one who could walk between the fade. Like, you could do all kinds of fun stuff because he was using the orb and the orb shattered and he got some of that. That would have been fine.
Considering the fact that even in this game they just give the Inquisitor a new hand.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
they get a new arm.
They just give him a new... Oh, jeez. What a waste.
So that's how also you'd bring back all the characters. I know there's a lot of choices and stuff like that, but if you just after 10 years, if they were actually just properly this is our idea after 10 years, you could easily have done something. But no, they didn't. They just kept starting up again. It was just, If they wanted it to be a finale, it'd been a finale where,
well,
there's a lot of stuff to it.
I did this with a lot of friends talking about Inquisition over the years and how much that was a lost attempt. What's the word I'm looking for? It was a lot of potential that
missed opportunity.
Yeah. I can make, if only this character did this, if only these scenes were this way, if only, like Orlais was just such a letdown. And people loved it. Oh, it was so hard. It was so intricate. It's like, no, it wasn't. It made it look like it was, but it really wasn't that hard. And it was kind of stupid.
Yeah, the thing with the Winter Palace is you can bumble your way through and still get the best ending.
The idea that you were controlling the government because you discovered who did what, you're like, that's stupid. That's so... There's a plot to kill the Empress, and she's plotting to kill everyone else, and everyone else is trying... It's like, this is dumb. This is a soap opera. This is crap. If there was like a guide or a path where it's like, okay, the bloody dagger is found in that room, this is where the body is, and you could plant evidence and you could set people up, like, that'd be different. That'd be okay.
No, you just got to find the Howler statues and throw coins into...
Oh my God. Another retarded way of locking doors. You need statuettes of deer, and you put them in random places so a door can...
It's all about the listening in to gossip, where you just stood next to someone talking.
Evidence, fantastic. Hearsay.
Oh, so-and-so those shoes, like, ooh, we can use that. You can't. That's not how it works. This is not how government works. This is how Orlais works. How they conquer most of the world.
Yeah. So a big letdown. It was, again, visually, everything technically looked great, and the dancing was a good idea.
Inquisition, my Mrs. Hawk always says Inquisition just looks like someone spilt water everywhere.
Oh, the frostbite
engine. It
looks
wet.
Yeah.
It just looks greasy and damp.
Yeah, it's like, very shiny. Yeah.
And look.
It has a bit of pastels.
It's like when we were creating the character, Mrs. Hawk was like, can his head not be reflecting the sun into my eyes? How it shines on it. I'm like, there's nothing I can do here. Compared
to the Veilguard, the character models did look a lot better in terms of visuals. Yeah. So, Yeah, it looked like a great game, and all the designs look great, and the character designs were. You see those trailers for Inquisition were like, wow, this is sounding good, and they just, oh my god, so
That's again it's another game with nothing in it really. It looks nice, but there's nothing there. The whole Dragon Age series has been progressively getting to the point where it's like, well, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
All BioWare games. It looks all right, but there's nothing here.
Yeah, well, I think as we saw with the E3 demo and the trailers, like the wild magic of Sarah, you're like, really? She's a mage? She's an archer? Cool. No, she's a lesbian. That's all. That's all she does. She's a crazy.
Yeah, lesbian.
She's a psycho. I don't know. She's a psycho. She's just a goofy, weird chick that's lesbian. That's it. That's her character.
Oh, the thoughts and the bee jar. You're like, oh, Sarah, I am never picking you for any missions.
I'm gonna stop the. Her character is she hates the nobility. Wow, that's great. Thanks, Sarah. Great contribution there.
But there's no actual reason to even talk to her because Inquisition, as such an amazing game, has no real approval ratings that affect the ending. The party just all survives.
Yeah.
So.
They did that. They hired that tavern musician. I think her name is Iveta or something on YouTube. She has all this beautiful music. So they got this great sense of media and visuals and audio. Everything was great. Everything was like, they have a freaking Disney music theme throughout the game, which was funny and misplaced. But
Jesus Christ,
I know. But the fact that they did that and thought about that, that takes effort. You can't just like put it in there.
It takes effort, and then you sat there playing the game with your missus, and she looks at you and went, "Really?" It was like, "Yeah, this is happening." It's like, "Oh, that's nice."
If it was,
I'm not taking the skip button.
Like if it made sense, I would be great. Like if they had like hymnal music at the death of that dude and when you're escaping Haven.
Roderick.
Yeah, if it was like a ceremony. I don't know, some kind of ceremony where you're saying goodbye to this man who's obviously up in the order of religion. And an order of knights sing it. I don't care. Do something like that. It would be a lot more sentimental, as opposed to a generic. What was it about? Trying to find your home, or the sun will rise again? Yeah,
the dawn will come.
Yeah, it's just like it's so generic. You're like, what is this? Why are we singing this song? We're sad. Is that it? We lost a battle. And that was the only before that. That was the only dramatic part of that game. Was the loss of Haven, because there were stakes. There was something worth losing, and people died. You're like, yes, this is what you should be doing.
I actually thought it was the end of the game.
End of the game, no one cares. There's no.
The Battle of Haven. Went, oh, is this happening now? I said, yeah. This is when like Haven, I said, gets destroyed and everything. She went, what, so this is the end of the game? I'm like, well, we'll see, won't we? She's like, oh, thank God, I thought it was going to be a really long game. I'm like, oh no, we've got 2/3 of it to go.
Yeah, well, sadly, the last part of the game was not as exciting as Haven, for obvious reasons. And
to be honest with you, the only bit she actually enjoyed after Haven was seeing Hawk again.
Yeah, in the Fade. Yeah, that's the only other. Well,
nice.
Not just Hawk, but also Logain or the French dude.
Lister,
yeah.
But yeah, she enjoyed that because it actually felt like a connection to the other games that she enjoyed. Whereas everything else, she went, these people could be anybody. I don't know who these people are. I don't care. And I like Varric. Like, who else? She went, well, that's the end of my list. So I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't know if you guys want to cover this again, because it was kind of boring.
It's up to Axelot if he wants to do a bit more of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah, I'll do it
Talk
again
over.
sometime because it's more about the discussion we have over it than the game itself.
Yeah, if the game was compelling, we'd probably like, oh, that's cool. That looks, but it's all just visuals. It's all just, this is the engine that they ran. They got a lot good lighting. They got like, color scheme is very bright, and the trees look good because it's frostbite. So that's it. Other than that, the story looks waffling. I want to be nice. It's kind of slow. Setting is weird.
The thing is, the actual main plot looks waffling, and then we've still got other companion shit to deal with.
Oh, really?
More waffling.
Is that part of the main plot? Like you have to go solve this person's problem, and that causes the plot to move along.
Everybody has daddy issues. Yes, it's a Bible. Every single person has an issue that only you can solve. And you're like, oh yeah, great.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for your time. It was 2 hours and a half on the dot. Good stuff. Thank you for your time. We might have a video tomorrow. We should, because you guys voted on one, so we might cover that tomorrow. We'll find out. Have yourself a great evening. Talk to you soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.